Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the City of Pasadena Council meeting, May 1st, 2018, 10 a.m. in the morning. Today we'll have, is Keith here? There you are. You'll be doing the invocation, and Councilman Caton, you'll be doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's please stand. You can walk up the mic.
Will you join me as we go to God together in prayer? Let us pray. O Lord, you call us to be a light to the world, a city on a hill. Yet all too often we are a coastal plain of division. Jesus, you teach us that the highest value is to love our neighbor. But we define neighbor as those who are easy to love. Because we fall short of your glory, we look forward to being perfected by your grace. Leaders are entrusted with great power and responsibility. God, grant our leaders the wisdom to guard the greater good of our community, the humility to guard the individual dignity of our citizens and neighbors, and the gratitude to honor the work and sacrifice of our city employees who serve us with their very lives. Bless this city council meeting and the agenda put forward. May we work to enrich the lives of every man, woman, and child in our midst. Your kingdom come, your will be done, in Pasadena as it is in heaven. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledges to our flags. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Councilman Caton.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and being part of city government today. See, we got the San Jacinto Day Foundation out today, getting ready for the Strawberry Festival. And I guess you guys are going to be telling us what time and everything. Okay. Also, Berto, congratulations on 25 years of service to the city of Pasadena. And with that, I'll pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Bass.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming today. I want to recognize, I'm glad to see Christina's back with our Chamber of Commerce and the Strawberry Festival. Thank you for all of this. They say we have to put this back in the big one, so we have to recut it. So, and you're not going to do it. You're going to keep it. Okay. Anyway, thank you all very much for coming out today. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Shane Bine. Councilman Shane Bine.
This is an awesome-looking group here this morning. I want to recognize former Councilwoman Ms. Pat Van Hout, the folks from the Strawberry Festival. That red is really making y'all's cheeks glow. And thank you for the strawberry cake. I'm not giving mine back. In the spirit of red, I'm making a public service announcement. Our Pasadena Fire Department, they need some folks to help serve. And if you commit a little bit of time, they will offer you a career. And the phone number to contact is 713-475-5554. So these folks protect our citizens. They have a great relationship. It's kind of like a brotherhood. So if you want to be a part of something special and serve our citizens, please think about becoming a Pasadena Volunteer Fire Department. Mayor, with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Bruce Lieben.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everybody for coming out. Strawberry Festival. Thank y'all for the cake and everything. And Merlene, the Queens neighborhood met last night. Merlene was our guest speaker, provided a lot of good information about the Strawberry Festival, gave us some information some people didn't know, and I appreciate you coming. Want to thank Public Works. I asked for a little bit of work to be done on Lock Lane Street. I went by there and they were doing twice as much I asked for, so I'm thankful for that. And Councilman Shane Bine, thank you for coming to our meeting last night. With that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Harrison.
Thank you, Mayor. Good luck on the Strawberry Festival. Thank you for the strawberry cake. And this coming Thursday at noon on the steps of City Hall, we're going to have our annual National Day of Prayer. And And before the council meeting, I met a gentleman. He's going to be our port lord. And he gave me some books here. And I read his bio, and he's a very impressive gentleman. And I appreciate you taking over these duties. It's something positive for Pasadena, and if I can help you anyway, please let me know. I can't wait to read this about your poems. And also, the last thing, go Rockets. And I pass.
Thanks, sir. Councilman Casados.
Good morning to everyone. I'd like to thank you all for coming out. Thanks to the Pasadena Strawberry Festival committee, I'm assuming, is all here and ready to go. I'm proudly wearing my little pin you guys gave us this morning, so I know that's a great event. I'd like to also bring up, I guess, some word through the grapevine, or however you may talk about it, is, some of the police department have been asked not to work any overtime, that the budget's fallen behind, and we don't have enough money in the budget. So I think there's some things we can do as a government. I mean, I know we have some personal detail for the mayor. I believe there's about 5 officers that make anywhere from $60,000 to $70-something a year, plus benefits is another about $100,000 per employee. And, that's $500,000 a year that we can save and put those police officers in rotation to help out, to alleviate some of the overtime that these police officers are having to work. So, that's something that I'm looking forward to, and I hope that we can resolve that issue. One of the other things is we have a committee, I believe, that was formed to, I guess, try and negotiate or sell the golf course. And I just want everybody up here to know that we need to, I'm completely against that. And that's something that we have as a city, and we need to maintain and keep, beautify, and help out with some, help out our high school students. So with that, Mayor, I pass.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Number one, the golf course is not up for sale. I don't know where you got that one. Number two is there's no mayor detail of 5 officers. That's not true either. The overtime for the budget of the police department, they have their budget. They're going to work with inside their budget. No officer or no citizen is going to be unsafe. The police department has this under control. With that, let's carry on with City Council. Okay, we citizens wishing to address City Council. Christina Womack.
Good morning, Mayor, City Council members. I don't have cake. If I would have known they were coming, but I did bring you a T-shirt. So you each have a T-shirt at your desk from our Rugged Race event. Thank you to the city for your sponsorship for that. We will be looking at applications and awarding the school the money for their playground or track coming up. So be looking for information on that. Want to remind everybody it's not too late to put in your team for the Industrial Appreciation Golf Tournament honoring BASF Pasadena, and we will have our membership luncheon at Silver Eagle on May 24th, where we will recognize them as well as recognize the students that have earned scholarships who are pursuing a degree in an industrial trade. As always, we have Membership 101 every month. So this month it's May 10th. That's next Thursday at 8:30. Free breakfast to come learn about what your chamber is doing and how you can get involved. We appreciate all of y'all's support at all of our events. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Christina. Brenda Pritchard.
Good morning. I would like, on behalf of the Neighborhood Network, to invite everyone and the community to a free neighborhood improvement grant program workshop that we're having on May 10th. It's going to be from 6 to 7:30, Carmen Orozco Professional Development Center, 1832 Sam Houston Beltway, or I'm so used to saying Beltway, Parkway, sorry. Grants are open to any neighborhood within the boundaries of the city of Pasadena. We look forward to meeting you and to discuss how we can work together to make a difference in the community and in the city of Pasadena. If you'd like to RSVP, please do so by May 7th. You can call 713-920-7930, or you can send me an email at bpritchard@ci.pasadena.tx.us. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Marlene, you may take the stage.
Well, I'm not as fast as they are. Okay, first of all, good morning, Mayor and City Council. I am Earlene Staley, and I'm president of our wonderful Pasadena Strawberry Festival, where we are 45 years strawberry strong. And today we are here just to visit a little bit and tell you a little bit about the festival. But I want to first encourage every one of you to please be at our opening ceremonies on Friday, May 18th at 5 p.m. Okay, arrive a little early. The Pasadena Strawberry Festival is 45 years old, and we are so happy about this year's festival. We give back to our citizens. At the open ceremonies, we will be giving away $40,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors. Okay, this comes from a lot from the cake and then throughout the whole festival. But $40,000 is wonderful for our community to be able to give back. We are so happy this year to have a lot of new. We have a new footprint. We have new volunteers. We have new sponsors. We have just a new venue. So I want to tell y'all that this year's cake is being sponsored by our own El Bolillo Bakery. Right. And this gentleman is amazing, as I know that y'all just awarded him the key to the city, and he's just a remarkable man. Also, entertainment is Tracy Bird on Friday night, and Sundance Head and Jack Ingram on Saturday night. We have amazing carnival, mud volleyball. We have the beauty the pageant just happened, so we have our queens that'll be out there. We have Buzzberry and the kids activity. It is an amazing good time. The one wonderful thing about the festival is that we want it to be a memorable experience, to come out and have a good time. So I encourage everybody to do that. You can purchase your tickets online. And again, it's May the 18th, 19th, and 20th here in Pasadena. And I want to say that we have people that come from all over, just not Texas, but from all over the United States to visit us. And that is just what we really enjoy doing. We work all year for this festival, so we hope to see you at the festival. And I want to say God bless Texas, God bless the Strawberry Festival, and God bless Pasadena. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a good one. Our Parks and Recreation Director, Mr. Jed.
Morning, Mayor and Council. I just wanted to speak a little bit on behalf of our museum and Luann, who couldn't make it today. She's a little under the weather, but you know we have this resolution on there about the poet laureate on the agenda today, and I think it's a great recognition that we'd like to acknowledge. And I'm going to just talk briefly about it and about the person we're speaking of. So, a poet laureate is a poet appointed by a government or institution to help craft poems for events and special occasions. Today, we'd like to bring forward the name of an outstanding Pasadena native, Mr. Smokey Culver, to be our city's poet laureate. And then if we can have Smokey just stand and be recognized real quick. Mr. Culver grew up in Pasadena. He's a cowboy in the real sense of the word, as he's a roper, farrier, and ranch hand. He has many publications, including the two that you have over there, Rap and a Hui, Riding Shotgun, things such as Life of a Cowboy and Old Horses and Dogs. And one of the great things, he shared a bio and some information with us. And, one of the quotes I like from his bio says, "The Lord has blessed me with an ability to put thoughts into words that generally make sense and even stir up emotions sometimes. My poems are both happy and sad. If I make you laugh, I have done my job. If I make you cry, I have done my job." So in that, I'd just like to, as we go through the resolutions, just recognize Mr. Culver as our poet laureate. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, council, we'll go now to presentation. He's not here. Presentation of the minutes, April 17, 2018. Motion Shane Bine, second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Brings us down to progress payments. Motion Lehman.
Second.
Second Caton. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Finance resolutions. Motion Shane Bine. Second Lehman. Any questions?
Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to abstain from anything in regards to last month.
Yes, sir. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Brings us down to the mayor appointments of the Community Advisory Board.
Personnel changes.
We're at person. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
What about, I just asked the point of information, what about presentation and proclamations? I certainly want to get individual in. Did we go over that?
Okay, let's go down to the personnel changes, A and D. We'll vote on it, then you'll come to it. We have a motion, Caton, second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
We have one no.
Did we present provocations? She is right now, thank you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning. I would like to introduce 4 new employees. First, we have Roni Alleman, Street Cleaner 2, Clean Streets. Mr. Alleman is a graduate of Waller High School, and prior to working for the city, he worked for the Spencer Company as a landscaper. Thank you. Next, we have Todd Cubbage, Construction Manager, Property Management. Mr. Cubbage is a graduate of ITT Technical Institute with an Associate of Applied Science. Prior to working for the city, he was self-employed for Ideal Home Pro. Thank you. Next, we have Kashif Dean, Facility Worker 1, Civic Center Operations. Mr. Dean is a graduate of Everest Institute. Prior to working for the city, he worked for Grace Community Church as a maintenance assistant. And last, we have Aurora Hogan, Animal Care Technician, Animal Rescue. Ms. Hogan is a graduate of Career and Technical High School, and prior to working for the city, she worked for Red Bluff Pet Resort as a kennel technician. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Okay, brings us down to the mayor's appointments, Community Development Advisory Board, and also the Neighborhood Grant Review Board.
Motion.
Motion, Caton. Second, Bass. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Excuse me. Can we go back to item 8 and at least read the service one?
Well, he's not here. That's why we did that. But yes, go ahead, sir. Read it.
Well, all right. Roberto Collado, 25 years with wastewater collection. He's not here, but I want to be sure and get this in the record that we did recognize him for his years of service to the city.
Thank you, sir. He's so dedicated. He's probably out working as we're speaking. So that's just how he is.
Well, I want to say thank you for that dedicated employee for
Absolutely.
25 years of service. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Madam Secretary, brings us down to final readings.
Ordinance 2018-31, grant franchise to Equiline Enterprises LLC, DBA Shell Oil Products U.S. for the 12-inch petroleum pipeline. Ordinance 2018-48, approving a variance to Code of Ordinances, Chapter 9, Buildings and General Building Regulations, Section 9-7, minimum standards for off-street parking for the proposed Smoothie King to be located at 3530A Spencer Highway. Ordinance 2018-50, purchase of 2 Pasadena Impel pumper trucks from Siddons Martin Emergency Group for $1,173,774 to be appropriated from the 2017 Certificate of Obligation Fund balance. Ordinance 2018-51, renewal of property and windstorm insurance coverage for a 1-year term through McGriff, Sibbles, and Williams of Texas, Inc. Ordinance 2018-52, community partner playground agreement with Kaboom, Inc. for the Build It with Kaboom grant. And Ordinance 2018-53, amend ordinance number 2017-118, which adopted the annual budget for the year 2018.
Motion.
Motion, Lehman, second, Bass. Any questions? All in, yes, sir?
With ordinance 2018-53 is for our budget. I just wanted to let the public know we are, there's a couple of issues there. I say issues. Some money being used from Preston Road. It's being put on the 225 corridor. That money is for beautification purposes. I will say that, it's state highway. According to our Public Works Director, we can do some work on that in the right-of-way, so I'm not really concerned. But my main concern was taking money away from Preston Road, which is in dire need of being repaved. I was just reassured by the mayor. Mayor reassured council that work on Preston Road is going to continue. We're going to have some the money that's being moved will be moved back if need be. So that being said, I just wanted to let everybody know about that. So with that, I pass, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
First reading,
Yes.
ordinance 2018-54, contract with CNC Water Services LLC for the Sycamore Well Rehabilitation Project CIPW 056 for a total appropriation of $129,948 from the System CIP Fund Balance Account.
Motion Shanebine, second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-55, contract with Marcon Services LLC for the Pansy Street paving and drainage improvements project phase CIP SO45 for a total appropriation $2,276,165.85 from the 2017 Certificate of Obligation Fund Balance Accounts.
Motion Caton. Second Castedos. Any questions?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
just like to mention, this project, this is phase 1 of 2. And what we're going to do, phase 1 is going to run about 100 foot north of Old Vista Road and go all the way to Spencer Highway. And we're still in negotiations with Waste Management, and we're making a trade-off of Waste Management to take part of their property where they have their existing parking and straighten out Pansy Street, trading off, give them a turnaround on Vista Road, where they'll have a direct shot into their parking area for their. So phase 2, hopefully everything will be fine. Time we do part of phase 1, we'll have a contract to do phase 2 and get the other part from Vista all the way to north, just a little north of Old Vista. And we'll straighten out that and put a new box covers on that existing drainage through there, and you have a direct shot through there. With that, I pass, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-56, contract with Construction Masters of Houston, Inc. for renovation and repairs to the Campbell Hall resulting from Hurricane Harvey damages, $86,763.
Motion Shanebine. Second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-57, variance to the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 9, Buildings and General Building Regulations, Section 9264, area ratio and number of units per complex, 928A, project location, and 911 bond and insurance for multifamily project to be constructed on the northeast corner of Meadowbrook Drive and Bay Area Boulevard.
Motion Shanebine. Second Lehman. Any questions?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
just like to mention, I'm going to be voting no on this. The apartment ordinances that we have existing were all tightened up when I was on council a few years ago. In fact, I chaired a committee with representatives from all the citizens of Pasadena, and we made several adjustments in the apartment ordinances to tighten those ordinances up. And there's 3 out of the 4 variances that the builders are asking for that I'm still opposed to. One of them I can concede, but 3 of them I'm definitely standing by my guns on those. Would I pass, Mayor?
Thanks, sir.
Mayor, I'd like to speak to this one. You know, I've stated this for over a year. We have no more land in Pasadena, and for a company that wants to come in and provide excellent housing for citizens that want to move to Pasadena and call Pasadena their home and want to work in Pasadena and generate taxes within our city limits, I'm going to support this. I think some of our ordinances, as far as the land uses, are out of date. I would strongly recommend going toward the future that we look at our dated ordinances to update these to fit the needs of our city. And with that, Mayor, I pass.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
in regards to this project, I've looked at the company. They're financially sound. They build beautiful complexes, 600 units down to 200 units. I think it's going to be a great asset to that area. They're very, very beautiful projects. It's Hughes Ogden. It's about a 21-acre site. It's over near the Bay Area Park. It's out there kind of on its own. But I believe that our ordinances are outdated. I think some of them go back to 96. We need to take a look at them. And so with that, I'm going to be supporting this.
Thank you, sir.
That'll pass.
Mayor?
Go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you. So I think I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to support this. I do have some reservations about it. I think I'm kind of with everybody else. We need to look at our ordinances and find out, update them, one of the reservations I have on this is the bond issue, as stated by Councilmember Bass. The company is of a strong financial background. That they have plenty of money, so getting a bond shouldn't be that big of an issue for them. I think, a lot of times everybody knows business developers want to save as much money as they can. They're bringing something in, so we understand the business part of it, but at the same time, we've got to protect the city and make sure that our ordinances are being followed, and that variances just aren't handed out to everybody that wants to come to the city. The other issue I have is with the turn lane for the fire apparatuses. That in there is pretty big to me. I mean, we want to make sure that, we're putting a whole bunch of townhomes, 280, I think it is, 250, somewhere around in there. There's a lot of people going to be living there. We want to make sure that we're keeping our end of the deal as far as the city and making sure that these people are safe. And so, we want to make sure we do that. That being said, I want to support this. I think, this is going in Shane Bynes' district, and he's a supporter of this. I'm going to, support it as well. So with that, I pass, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. I've been looking at this back and forth on the variances, and we're giving too many variances around this city. And the only variances seem like we give to is apartment complex. I remember the days we had campaigns that do not build any more apartments. And it's true, in the 80s, Exxon took us on a tour of their property. They said that we don't have any more land to build. But then if these apartments come in, they build, instead of 2-story apartments, they build 3-story apartments. It's what we're doing with the land that we have available. And on this particular project, they're not putting up a bond. I don't know why they don't put up a bond, but it leaves the city at risk. $1 million bond, they want to go from 100 apartments to 250. And they ought to put up a bond where the city won't have a risk factor. They say it's a great company. I'm sure it is. But as we all know, in building developments, sometimes developments don't make it, sometimes they do. And they want to go from 2,600 feet to 1,600 feet, closer to the additional property. And I've seen it before. They built apartments. We have an ordinance that you can't build apartments within a certain amount of feet of adjacent apartments. They give a variance. They build them right next door to them. And this continues and continues. And I agree with the comments that were made that we need to follow the ordinance that we have, because this is not the best interest in the city in the long run. We don't have much land around. We got to utilize what we do have. And if you give certain people variances, you got to treat everybody equal. So those variances are going to be there for the next person.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
You bet. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. We have 2 noes. Yeah, Harrison and Caton. All right, down the resolutions.
Resolution 2018-43, donation of a male Belgian Malinus named Malcolm from the Citizen Police Academy Alumni Association, valued at $14,500 for the K-9 Division of the Pasadena Police Department.
So moved. Motion Bass, second Shane Vine. Any questions?
Yes, sir. I wanted to say that this is a phenomenal asset to our K-9 division. The Pasadena Citizens Police alumni raised the money for this fine specimen of a patrolman. That's what they are. They're K-9 patrolmen. And Malcolm is absolutely gorgeous. So I don't think any of our folks that want to commit any crimes want to meet Malcolm. And if they do, he'll give them a warm, sincere Pasadena welcome. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor,
Go ahead, sir.
I'd like to thank the Citizens Police Academy alumni, of which I've been a member of for many years, for making this donation to the police department. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Well spoken. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-44, in-kind donations valued at $1,263.25 and monetary donations totaling $18,950 from various businesses, organizations, or individuals for programming for the Madison Jove Senior Center.
Motion Castelos, second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-45, approving the financial report of investment activities for the fiscal quarter ended March 31st, 2018.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-46, appointment of Port Laureate for the city of Pasadena, Texas.
So moved by Harrison, second by Lehman. Any questions?
Mayor.
Yes.
Smokey, I want to thank you publicly. When one of our dogs passed away recently, you sent me the nicest poem about that, and I do appreciate it. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Welcome. You bet. Thank you.
Resolution 2018-47, authorizing Pasadena Parks and Recreation Department to seek funding of $56,850 from Lowe's Community Partners Grant Program to be used to renovate the Strawberry Park restrooms.
Motion Castelos, second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-48, resolution by the City of Pasadena, Texas, responding to the application of CenterPoint Energy Resources Corporation, Houston Division, to increase the rates under the Gas Reliability Infrastructure Program, suspending CenterPoint's proposed effective date for 45 days, authorizing the city participation in a coalition of cities known as the Texas Coast Utilities Coalition of Cities, determining that the meeting of which the resolution was adopted complied with the Texas Open Meetings Act, making such other findings and provisions related to the subject, and declaring an effective date.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Castelos. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-49, approving access and signage easement agreement with BW Southmore LLC.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Castelos. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. This meeting is over. God bless you.